All right, guys. So I don't know if I've taught you this song. I've been working on the railroad. If I have, then you can just sing along with me. It'll be fun. And if I haven't, then you can learn it. And this is a banjo I've had for a while. This was my, let's see, if you're in third grade right now, maybe you heard me playing it in kindergarten and first grade. But the strings I put on it are thicker, so that makes the pitch lower. So that's not normally how a banjo sounds, but when I put this capo on, it pretends that this part right here, it kind of shrinks the instrument. It makes everything go higher. So I'm going to put it on, and there we go. Let's see if I can adjust. There we go. So it gets a higher sound. I could use my regular banjo and play up here, but I thought I would use this one because I don't use it a whole lot. And it gives a little different tone. It's a little drier. Maybe I'll play it the song once with this, then once with my regular banjo, and then that means my hands will be here. Anyway, let's sing. Oh, I've been working on the railroad all the livelong day. I've been working on the railroad just to pass the time away. Don't you hear the whistle blowing? Rise up so early in the morning. Don't you hear the captain shouting? Dinah, blow your horn. Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow your horn? Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow your horn? Someone's in the kitchen. Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Someone's in the kitchen, I know. Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Strumming on the old banjo, and we're singing fee-fi, fiddly-I-o, fee-fi, fiddly-I-o, fee-fi, fiddly-I-o. Strumming on the old banjo, strumming on the old banjo. And I was kind of going in and out of different ways to sing that. I was kind of slowing the words down and then speeding them up. I'm going to look at the music. Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow? Yeah, I'm kind of making the sound a little bit different, a little cooler. And that's what musicians do. Because if you play the same thing the same way every day, wouldn't it get boring? And so let's see if I can come up with a different way to sing this song. Oh, I'm working on the railroad all the livelong day. I've been working on the railroad just to pass the time away. Don't you hear the whistle blowing? Rise up so early in the morning. Don't you hear the captain shouting? Dinah, blow your horn. Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow your horn? Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow your horn? Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Someone's in the kitchen, I know. Someone's in the kitchen. Dinah, strumming on the old banjo, and we're singing fee-fi, fiddly-I-o, fee-fi, fiddly-I-o, fee-fi, fiddly-I-o, strumming the old banjo. All right, let me get the other banjo. See if you can tell the difference. So I'll just play a little bit. So I'll play the exact same thing I did on that one, but I'll play it down the neck. Those are the exact same notes that I played on that one, but they sound different, right? And so I kind of just thought I would experiment with that banjo and see how it sounds. All right, so let's sing. How about we echo? I've been working on the railroad all the livelong day. excuse me. I've been working on the railroad just to pass the time away. Don't you hear the whistle blowing? Rise up so early in the morn. Don't you hear the captain shouting? Time to blow your horn. Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow your horn? Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow your horn? Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Someone's in the kitchen, I know. Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Strumming on the old banjo. And we're singing fee-fi, fiddly-I-o. Fee-fi, fiddly-I-o. Fee-fi, fiddly-I-ho. Strumming on the old banjo. Yeah, and this is a song that I work with the 6th graders on. They really, really like this song. So I know you guys are going to as well. All right, let's sing it. Well, I'm working on the railroad all livelong day. I'm working on the railroad just to pass the time away. Don't you hear the whistle blowing? I messed that up. Let's start again. Oh, I'm working on the railroad all livelong day. I'm working on the railroad just to pass the time away. Don't you hear the whistle blowing? Rise up so early in the morning. Don't you hear the captain shouting? Dinah, blow your horn. Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow your horn? Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow your horn? Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Someone's in the kitchen, I know. Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Strumming on the old banjo. And we're singing fee-fi, fiddly-I-o. Fee-fi, fiddly-I-o. Fee-fi, fiddly-I-o. That's a 7th chord. Oh, strumming on the old banjo. I messed that last part. But yes, this is a 7th chord. And it should not have been in there. Let's see if I can put it here. That would have sounded better. It's still a 7th chord, but it's not as twangy and powerful when that 7th is on the high part. Anyway, don't worry about that. Alright, so let's see. Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Someone's in the kitchen, I know. Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Strumming on the old banjo. And we're singing fee-fi, fiddly-I-ho. Fee-fi, fiddly-I-ho. Fee-fi, fiddly-I-ho. Strumming on the old banjo. Now what happens when we sing it up here? Oh, I'm working on the railroad all livelong day. I'm working on the railroad just to pass the time away. Don't you? I messed that up again. I always forget that part. Here we go. Oh, I'm working on the railroad all livelong day. I'm working on the railroad just to pass the time away. Don't you whistle blow and rise up so... I'm sorry, let's do this again. I'm working on the railroad all livelong day. I'm working on the railroad just to pass the time away. Don't you hear the whistle blow and rise up so early in the morning. Don't you hear the captain shouting, Dinah, blow your horn. Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow your horn? Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow your horn? Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Someone's in the kitchen, I know. Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. strumming on the old banjo, and we're singing fee fi fiddly I ho, fee fi fiddly I ho, fee fi fiddly I ho, strumming on the old banjo. All right, let's talk about this song. Do you think this is a newer song or an old song? An old one, yeah. About people working on the railroad, right? So back in the day, before the railroad tracks were laid, like somebody had to put them down, right? And occasionally I'll see, I live right by the railroad. There's a railroad track right down there by the river. And I'd say about 6 months ago or so, they were replacing the wooden, I think it's called the ties, or no, it's the cross piece between the two metal bars that go down there. So they were replacing those. They were working on the railroad, right? But before that, if they just wanted to put railroad tracks down somewhere, well, they had to clear the ground, they had to make it level, and they had to make it not so high so the train could go up, but also so the train could come down without speeding up too much, right? So it has to be a really even speed, because on a train's wheels, they don't have something that cars have, right? They don't have treads, and it's really hard to stop a train, right? Because, well, one, it's metal on metal, and they're super heavy, right? So, and they're super long, so it takes a long time for a train to slow down. But anyway, I don't even know where I was going with that. But, so this song was written when people were laying the railroad tracks. And let's look at some of the words. I've been working on the railroad just past the time went. Don't you hear the whistle blowing? What do you think that means? Don't you hear the whistle blowing? Rise up so early in the morn. Oh, it's probably a whistle to signal everybody get out of bed and start working. Because I'm guessing, I'm not for sure, but there were probably railroad towns and communities and the people would move and they would all kind of stay together in a little area so they could work on this. And it was like a community deal. I know that's how it was with coal mines. People lived in coal mining towns. Let's see. Don't you hear the captain shouting? The captain, normally we think of captains as being on boats, yeah. But the captain here is the head person, the person who's in charge, the boss, making sure everybody's working in the railroad yard. Dinah, blow your horn. What do you think about that? Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow your horn? So, this is my guess, but Dinah probably is a lady's name, right? And she worked in the office because then women didn't do a whole lot of working hard labor jobs, and men typically did those. So Dinah was a woman, and so she probably worked in the office, and maybe she was like a secretary. And so she was in charge of like doing all the paperwork, maybe writing the checks or making sure all the workers got their pay. But she was also, I'm guessing, in charge of blowing the horn at the end of the day to signal the day's over, go home and be with your families, no more working. Do you guys watch the cartoon The Flintstones? Remember when they're all working in the gravel yard and then somebody pulls on the dinosaurs and it lets out a sound like a horn? And so that means everybody gets to go home and Fred slides down the dinosaur. But the Flintstones, if you don't know that, ask your parents about it or YouTube it or something. Let's see. Dinah, won't you blow your horn? Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. So Dinah's not blowing the horn. Everybody's singing, Dinah, blow your horn. Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Someone's in the kitchen, I know. So maybe, I'm just guessing about this, and you guys can have other ideas too. Dinah may have also been, or maybe she just was, the cook. Maybe she cooked for the railroad company. She's in the kitchen, right? Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Someone's in the kitchen, I know. Someone's in the kitchen with, because she's distracted and she doesn't know it's time to blow the horn and tell everybody to go home. Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Someone's in the kitchen, I know. Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Strumming on the old banjo. And the banjo is really loud, so you can't hear people yelling to scream and to blow the horn because they're mad that they're working too long, right? That's my guess. So anyway, If you guys have an idea of what it might be, email those to me or comment below. Yeah, so there you go. Hope you enjoyed that. I'll see you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe, right?